Susan Kravitz, and I'm here at CES with Brand Innovators, and I lead commercial partnerships for the Americas, and I have a very special guest today.
I'm Dave Raggio. I'm the Vice President and Executive Sponsor of the Intuit SMB Media Labs.
All right, so we're going to get into it, have a little combo, and see where this goes. So talk to me. Oh my God, of course, anytime. I mean, we've been planning this.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Tell me a little bit about your role, your remit, and what is it you guys have built?
Yeah, so we've essentially built what we're calling a retail media network, and we can talk a little bit about why maybe that's a bit of a misnomer.
Yeah.
But essentially, the other part of my job that we didn't announce at the beginning is that I'm also the Vice President of Growth Marketing for QuickBooks.
Yeah.
And this whole thing kind of came about from, honestly, me being naive. I came from a consumer, so I was with North Face before this, I was with some CPG brands, agency side working on retail and I had a playbook of things that were quite successful for me that I thought I could lift and shift with my new role into it. And learned very quickly that the world of media is built around the person and not the business that they run.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of issues with the data quality that we kind of experienced, or I personally experienced. And there's kind of a joke going around the office that I would always say is, I wish there was a company like Intuit that had the reach and depth of information on customers that I could partner with and find.
Yeah.
And that joke eventually kind of became a little bit more of a serious conversation of there is a gap in the industry and that is something that we could fill. And there's no first-party audience source for SMBs. There's a lot of other third-party sources that are deterministic, panel-based, and stitching together a lot of data points where you can lose some of that fidelity. So about 6 months ago we launched. We got a great feature in the ad week. We got an exclusive there. And we haven't really done a ton of marketing, and we've got a lot of advertisers coming to us. So been very excited about the data that we have coming in, some of the initial results with our customers. But yeah, it's been great.
I mean, so I want to pick on something. You talked about something that with small business and data and what you guys are doing. And retail networks, what does that word mean to you, and why is that different? Because when you hear today, or with Brand Innovators, or within CES, or the media industry, retail networks, oh my God, let's go get two networks.
Yeah.
It means something different to everyone. So let's pick that and talk about what that means to you and why you guys are different.
Yeah, absolutely. So we say retail media network.
Yeah.
We're actually more of an audience network. It's just an easier way to kind of frame up kind of the general idea of what we provide. There's a few key differences about what we have. One is that we don't have any owned and operated inventory, and that's by design. So our products are things like, if you're a small business owner, you didn't start to be an accountant. So the more time you spend in our product, the less time that you're out doing what your passion is and growing your business. So we try and automate as much as possible. We're leveraging AI to get people in and out of our products as quickly as possible. And for that reason, we don't want to slow them down. And that's, I think, kind of contrary to where almost all of the retail media started, of their own and operating networks. So we're kind of starting where a lot of retail media networks are trying to go. And almost, or not almost, but all of our inventory is exclusively off of our site. So Meta, Trade Desk, we have an exclusive partnership with Vizio for connected TV. I had some great conversations here about programmatic television. So this is one of the sort of key differences, and what that allows us to do is full funnel advertising. So we have some clients, we have a workwear brand that is very much focused on upper funnel metrics and awareness and consideration. Most retail media networks are not able to do that. They're very much focused on the conversion and kind of the very, very bottom of the funnel, the last mile. But we do have others that we're able to kind of drive high efficiency CPAs and leads and those types of things. So it gives us the flexibility and to develop full funnel campaigns for our customers. The other sort of key difference that we have is we're also a managed service, which is slightly different. So as Intuit, we have TurboTax and we have Credit Karma, which are very sensitive data sets, and they are not part of what we've built. But because of that, we have a culture of wanting to be as conservative as possible with our data principles, and we want to make sure that we're doing right by our customers and not using data in a way that they don't approve or that kind of exposes them to anything. So the managed service is a way that we actually buy on behalf of advertisers through our sites. So the data never leaves. We don't put our data anywhere. There's no self-serve, and it also gives us the ability to turn down advertisers that we feel like are not good for our customers. So if there's anyone that might have predatory tendencies or something along those lines,
sure.
we're able to say this is not right for our customers, and we have that sort of ability to kind of control for that. So, very much what we've built is all about privacy. It's about transparency.
Sure.
It's about doing right not by the advertiser only, but also what's right for our customers as well.
And so you use the word transparency, and that's yet another buzzword that's going around today, this week, this month. And what does that mean to you guys because of the way in which you buy on behalf of someone?
Yeah.
How do you see transparency given the data that you have and the customer's need to drive conversion?
Yes, exactly. So I think one of the bigger areas that we've leaned into in terms of transparency is our model for how we build. And we don't have fixed CPMs. What we have is a cost-plus model. So there will be a guaranteed number of impressions that we will give you for a set budget. So you know exactly what you're going to be getting.
Yeah.
But we are not incentivized to find lower quality inventory because it makes our margin better. So we are fixed margin. Our only advantage or our only benefit that we want to provide is performance for our customers. So we get renewals. So if we're able to find lower cost inventory that performs well, we over-deliver. And that is a win-win for both of us. Because the campaign typically will perform better, and again, our margin doesn't change. So there's no incentive for us to find lower quality inventory unless it performs, and then it becomes a win-win scenario for both teams.
It sounds like such a dream come true, right? If you're a small business and you really want to get into this, what is something that you face as a huge challenge, like both from customer-facing as well as market-facing?
Yeah, and one thing just to clarify also is, we have a roadmap. Right now, the sort of audience that we're building are the small businesses. The people that are leveraging the media network are larger enterprise brands.
Got it.
So we have large shippers, we have large CPG brands that are wanting to reach out to small businesses. And again, that's been kind of a very tough audience to find with accuracy. And that's really where we're seeing a lot of value. We have one of the larger SaaS companies that are out there. They came to us with an RFP saying this is a type of business that tends to need our products. We look at our QuickBooks customer base, and we are able to develop an audience and then buy media on their behalf. And we've seen great results in how that's been performing. And we're talking orders of magnitude better CPAs than they've had before. We have some anecdotal quotes from them about works as well as remarketing, but at scale. So, I think honestly going into this, that was one of the concerns I had was, is this type of data valuable to the market? And did I have a bias as being the head of acquisition for QuickBooks as well? And knowing that it's valuable to me, but how many other brands would be interested in this? And we've seen, again, we've not done any marketing, we've had a ton of advertisers come our way. So I think we should check that box, which is great.
Well done. Nice
thank you so much. And I think the second one was also, is the data or the audiences as valuable as we thought it would be? And the performance results that we've seen come in are very encouraging, as in orders of magnitude, beating 20-30% benchmarks for their best performing creatives and best performing tactics. And also, I think one of the things that's a really strong data point is we have 100% renewal rate. So every advertiser that started with us, from the time we started 6 months ago, has signed up again.
Well done, and I hope for that success for you guys moving forward. With just a couple of minutes left, what advice or what would you like everyone to know that that you feel really good about and that you want to share? What is that nugget? What is that headline?
Yeah, I think one of the bigger surprises that we've actually seen is that when we went into this, we had kind of our initial list of types of brands that we thought this would fit for, and that's kind of more traditional insurance, banking, the things that you would typically think of as like a B to SMB.
Sure, exactly.
We've had a lot of interest from CPG brands. So we have one of the larger beverage companies that we're in conversations with because they want to get into more restaurants. They want to get into more corner stores. So that was a surprise where CPG brands are like sort of unclean supply brands have come because I worked at Method for a while, which is now part of SC Johnson.
Yeah,
and I know firsthand that e-com's a tough thing for things like cleaning supplies and soaps because you're selling something that's mostly water. It's heavy, it's fragile, and it costs only like a few dollars. So you're upside down in your shipping costs and everything.
From the get-go,
So a lot of these CPG brands have concentrate lines, and they sell in these really really large bulk formats that the general consumer might be interested in. So it's actually unlocking new audiences and new ways to talk about your brand, even if you're kind of someone that's one of the larger leading CPG brands that has huge top of mind awareness. There's a completely new way that you're able to talk about the product.
And that's really interesting, right? Because we think about marketing and how, if you are a CPG, how do you grow when you can do new innovations and product and packaging? But to open a new audience and open that door that you guys have is really, really impressive. And that's awesome. So thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
Of course, absolutely. I really learned a lot, and I hope you guys did too.
Yeah.